This right here is the VIVO X200 Ultra, and it could be one of the most stacked smartphones that we've checked out on the channel to date. But the reason why I'm making this video and why it's so exciting is because the goalpost continues to be pushed forward and forward in just a matter of months. And what's so unique about the VIVO approach is that they've built a modular system. You start with a smartphone like this, which is impressively spec'd on its own. Then you add the case, the camera grip, and in this case, you also have a 200mm telephoto lens that has been German engineered, built with Zeiss, with 13 optical elements that can attach on this camera setup. So on paper, the VIVO X200 Ultra has little improvements all across the board compared to the already impressive X200 Pro, which at the time I said was the best smartphone camera that I have ever used. On my trip to South Africa, the photos that were captured were simply stunning. I mean, the colors, the detail, the consistency, it just looks so good out of the camera without any edits. When it comes to the specs, this smartphone features a 6.82-inch 3168 by 1440 display with a peak brightness of 4500 nits, a billion colors, and 120 Hz refresh rate. This 510 ppi density is slightly denser than what you find on the Pro, and it's also powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor compared to the MediaTek Dimensity. It is also slightly bigger and heavier, and the battery life is 6,000 milliamp hours. So all those things are more incremental changes, and the same is on the camera, which features a 50 megapixel main camera with an f1.7 aperture, 35mm focal length, dual pixel phase detection autofocus, and gimbal OIS, which is also an improvement. The periscope telephoto camera is 200 megapixels, f2.3 compared to f2.7, 85mm focal length, multi-directional phase detection autofocus, optical image stabilization, and these little factors are all going to be very important in how it works with the external 200mm telephoto lens. The ultra-wide camera, on the other hand, is a 50 megapixel f2.0, 14mm focal length with a 116-degree ultra-wide, dual pixel phase detection autofocus, and optical image stabilization. And for those who care about the front-facing camera, it is 50 megapixels compared to 33. So when it comes to the camera specs, little differences from the X200 Pro. Typical photos on a day-to-day basis, you're not really going to notice a big difference. These are all incremental tune-ups, whether it is the stabilization on the main camera, some differences on the telephoto camera and the ultra-wide camera that just let it go that extra mile, especially in tougher scenarios. The telephoto camera is really the star of the show here because that is what is going to be able to give you the optical range of 85mm and 200mm. But on a spec side of things, really impressive. On the design side of things, a very similar look, a little bit thicker, along with a bigger ring along the outside that is raised, and this nice vertical half glass finish on the back that I think looks awesome. So that is the actual spec element, but let's go ahead and talk about the photography kit, put it together, and start by talking all about the telephoto lens, which is what makes this camera so different, before talking about the general camera performance. So this right here is the full photo bundle. And as you take the phone out of the way, which is what you usually get, this is where things get really interesting. These are the two main accessories right here, and not only do you have a camera grip that allows you to have an activation for a photo and a video shutter, some additional battery, and a removable grip element, but you also have the lens itself, which is what is really unique here. And I mean, just the sheer size of this lens is impressive. So now let's go ahead and build our photography bundle. So the first step is to actually go ahead and click our phone. That's pretty straightforward, and this on its own is like a little protective case. Does look a little bit industrial, but you do also have the option to flip out this little stand right here, whether you want to stand it up horizontally or vertically, but pretty typical case. And I like the fact that you can actually remove the camera grip when you don't need it. And this is the other element, and it has like an actual like secure element to it, so it doesn't just like hang around, but it actually gives you a bit of additional battery, I believe about 2,000 milliamp hours, and it just feels like the grip on a typical camera, and it's fully locked in. So this is what allows you to like walk around and have like a mobile photo and video experience. And for a smartphone that is able to shoot 10-bit log, This is really awesome because I feel like people will actually use this to record professional video. But now let's actually get this lens on. And I think what's impressive is that a lens is not something that is exactly light. So they had to come up with a way for you to be able to mount it on pretty easily. And there you go. It lines up with the telephoto lens on your smartphone. So this lens itself has 2.35 telephoto zoom, and it gives you the equivalence of 200 millimeters on this focal length, and it is actually a 13 element lens. And from there, once you have the lens connected, you go to the telephoto extender mode of the camera app, and once it is installed, you can go the equivalent of 200 millimeters to 400 millimeters, 800, and 1000. But I mean, at 200 millimeters, it is so impressive. And part of how they were able to achieve this is because of the stabilization built into the hardware and the software of the sensor element, specifically in the telephoto camera. And I mean, the depth of field is just incredible. And that is why you would need or want a lens like this on a smartphone camera. An already impressive camera system that takes things to the next level in smartphone photography by giving you a professional-like camera experience like this. So when it comes to the world of productivity and workflow, you guys know I spend a lot of time talking about some of my favorite softwares. Ones that I keep organized with, others that I use to creatively plan, and of course in the world of video productions, timelines, and schedules, it is important to have a workflow that brings the entire team together to not only communicate, but be able to visualize some of the things that we're working on. And for that, we use Monday.com, and I want to give a huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. So whether you're trying to set different timelines, communicate with different teams and departments, or be able to keep track of to-do lists and tasks in the most visually and organized ways possible, Monday.com is the best place to do it. It not only allows us to create more content, travel the world, but even while I'm traveling and in different time zones, whenever I plan to work throughout the day, I can just hop on to our workflow and see exactly where everything is at. And when it comes to checking in with different departments of in-house as well as contracted editors, it also has automation that checks in automatically on the statuses of select projects and campaigns that have deadlines throughout the process. Whether it is getting a video to a draft, a publish date, revisions that need to be done by a certain time, product launches, or embargoes, those are all examples of things that we need to be reminded of, but also have logged in some place so everyone is on the same page. If you're looking to get started, they also have a bunch of ready-to-use templates that makes it easy for you to set up a workflow that everyone on your team can agree upon. I can't recommend Monday.com enough, so I'm gonna drop a link down below if you guys wanna go ahead and check it out for yourself and get started today for free. So with this whole setup installed, let's go ahead and show you guys some of the samples that we captured on the telephoto lens of the VIVO X200 Ultra. So what are the other cameras like on the VIVO X200 Ultra? And I would say if you already have the X200 Pro, there is zero reason to pick up the Ultra. It would just be kind of stupid because it is such a good phone already. But if you're trying to decide between the X200 Pro and you're also deciding between the Ultra and you have access to both of the smartphones in Asia, for example, on a day-to-day basis, I don't really think you can tell a difference. The photos on the main camera in pretty solid scenarios look pretty much the same. When it comes to video recording, stabilization is a factor. So if you want to be able to run around, record video pretty regularly, I think the photography grip on top of that is also a factor because you have that extended battery life with the 2300 milliamp hours, the record button, the zoom, but both phones at the end of the day are able to record in 10-bit log, which again, on a smartphone has been around for a little bit, but it's still quite impressive and can give you elements of professional style videography on a smartphone. And having that stabilization on the main camera is probably the biggest beneficial factor and difference. But if you plan to take telephoto photos, say you're going hiking around the mountains in the nature and like really will use that, or you're like a portrait photographer and you want to use your smartphone, then this is really the option to go with. It is impressive, it is great, and if you will use it, it can be worth it. The ultra-wide camera, on the other hand, is also really solid. It's not as wide as what you'll find on the X200 Pro, just by a little bit, similar to the main camera as well, with a bit of a different focal length, but it is impressive. And a lot of times, whenever you can have a lower f-stop on the ultra-wide camera, that's always a good thing. But I mean, the sensor sizes on the cameras across the board is really where these ultra phones stand out. And on top of that, with the high megapixel resolution of the telephoto lens, you're not only able to shoot at 200 millimeters, but you can go 400, 800, 1000. And with the hybrid elements of AI technology, the actual lens, and the combination of a high resolution, I mean, it's such an impressive range that you simply won't need on a daily basis. But I mean, this smartphone was an incredible experience. And I think what's so great about these smartphone cameras nowadays is that they do not have to be edited at all. You take a photo, it's going to be consistent, it's going to nail it, it's so easy to use, and it really allows everyone to be a professional photographer. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.